Warriors getting themselves into game mode with the tip-off just moments away. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. Well, a chance to check out some stats for him.
And the stat to look at is his steal total over the last 5 games. He's been focusing more on his defense, trying to be a disruptor, and it's made them a lot tougher on D.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Holmgren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for the Spurs, they've got Victor Wembanyama. Sohan is out there with Lou. Then it's John Collins. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot. There should be plenty of action down in the painted area tonight, Greg, with the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, I love to see skilled bigs dueling down low. Kind of a throwback in some ways, but there's still plenty of physicality in the modern game.
If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Wembanyama with it, and it's Wallace picking him up. In the
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Last game with 30. Taking a look at the Thunder. In it forward, it's Dort and Williams. Cason Wallace out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Holmgren in at the 5, down low. Well, both of these organizations have done a good job of acquiring and developing young talent, Grant.
Absolutely, B.A. These rosters are filled with young stars. They have a chance to make some noise in the coming years. They just need to continue to grow as individuals and as a team. And with the 8-foot wingspan of Wembanyama, it feels like he releases the ball halfway to the bucket.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Now here's Wallace. 9 points in his last outing. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Ooh, another miss by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, that's a miss you can live with. I expect they'll go to it again, especially if the defense continues to concede it.
And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
They put the ball in the air, and all Porzingis has to do is hop up and get it. Nicely done.
With the step back. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Clock at 6. Outside Williams. Pulls it from the top of the key. And again, Oklahoma City, no good. The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Sohan, the pass to Lou. Holmgren with the block.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
Gets the 3 to fall.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Greg Popovich had a few moments to share with me. Our topic was how he'll defend Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and Coach was straightforward, saying Shai demands so much attention with the ball that he can warp a defense. We'll need to stay disciplined and not get caught watching the play. We'll see how that approach works out for them, guys.
All right, appreciate it, Allie.
He's got bunnies. Sohan, a high flyer.
And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. 7-point differential. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. That's good. His first made shot in 3 attempts.
Yeah, and Gilgeous-Alexander is a fighter, someone that challenges the defense and bullies his way through contact.
Here's Lou, and he's going for the oop here, and then it's Collins with the dunk.
Well, great to see in-sync offense like this. The pass is perfectly timed, and Collins rises up and puts it down.
Now here's Wallace. No points so far. Outside for Dort. Good D by Porzingis.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim, just couldn't capitalize.
And the dunk by Wembanyama.
And Wembanyama can dunk it basically just standing up. You gotta keep him out of the paint.
And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kickability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention and can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Castle's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Lou. Against Atlanta, he was really on his game. Porzingis passes to Lou. Porzingis sets a screen. Spurs need to get one up here. Pulls it from 20. Williams grabs the board.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done. Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching the line on that one. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got 5. The shot no good. Great D that time from Porzingis.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency. And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Dort against Collins. Back to Williams. Just 5 to shoot. Takes a 3. Drills it from deep. Williams has got 7 points in the game. San Antonio leading by 6. Pass to Castle. Here's Lou. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Holmgren. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Wallace, the pass to Holmgren. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Sohan covering. And Gilgeous-Alexander, here we go. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Here's Lou. 6 points for him. Sohan, right side. Dort with a steal. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. Outside, Williams. Back to Holmgren. Second chance effort. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
A beautiful finish through contact. That's the dog in Holmgren.
Spurs lead by 5. Here's Lou. And he lobs it up. Got a piece of it. Dort with a steal. Here we go, 1-on-1. Here's Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And we see the speed and power. I mean, Williams shows off on that one.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Porzingis passes to Lou. Picked up by Sohan. Here's Lou. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Castle. And he dunks it down.
And he's been an ideal teammate tonight. He's really creating plenty of looks with his passing.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him. And you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Wallace misses. San Antonio's gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. And the basket by Castle. And the Spurs lead by 7.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here's Holmgren. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. Holmgren's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, and certainly room for growth from Holmgren in the mid-range. But good to see him taking the shot rather than passing on it.
Pass to Lou. Lets it go from deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Lou's got 9.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
Now Dort. Collins defending. Dort outside. Back to Wallace. Lays it up and banks it in.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Pass to Castle. Here's Lou. Launches it. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And there's the foul. It's on Cason Wallace. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
A different look for San Antonio. Mills, he's checked in for Kristaps Porzingis. Barnes comes in for Sohan. And it's O'Neal in for John Collins. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Mills. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in the game. Fires from 14. Rebound San Antonio. Their last encounter in Oklahoma City, where they were able to handle the Thunder.
And in the last meeting, they definitely had the upper hand at the charity stripe.
Here's Castle. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Atlanta. Pass to Lou. Here's Castle. Shoots over Caruso. Castle misses. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 7. From deep, Holmgren. Rebounded by Castle. Spurs lead by 6. And he lobs it up to the rim. And stolen by Holmgren. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebounded by Castle.
And we talk about the importance of protecting the rim. Right there, outstanding defense.
Barnes passes to O'Neal. Barnes with a screen on Caruso. Pass to Barnes.
Richard, at what part of the season do these road trips become more grueling?
I'd say right about now. We're over halfway through the season. The aches and pains start to set in. Not being in your bed, though, that can be the toughest part.
4 on the shot clock. Fires from way outside. The Thunder pull it in. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds in this game. So for Oklahoma City right now, in the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. And it's Dort in at the 3. The Thunder with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. B in that last game against Atlanta had a huge game. He picked up 39 points and made everyone around him better with his passing. A whole lot of assists. The level he played at in that one was incredible. He always wants to play his best against their rivals, and to say the least, mission accomplished. guys.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Here's Castle, defended by Caruso. No coverage that time. And 12 points for B.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren the screen. Here's Williams. Holmgren the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 13 feet away. The rebound by the Spurs.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Spurs passing it around. There's O'Neal with the three. Doesn't go that time. Nice defense from Dort. Williams with a clean look and a little luck that time, but it drops. And now that's 11 points for Williams.
Ooh, Caruso's got that good eye. He can spot any opening.
Here's Castle, defended by Caruso. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. And the Spurs making a change here. McConnell's checked in. And then for Oklahoma City, Jang, he's checked in for Williams. Shepard comes in for Dort. And Topic is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Holmgren. Covered by Mills. Now here's Holmgren. Very solid contribution from him as he averages over 20 points a game. A wide open look here for Caruso. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. It's San Antonio leading by 10. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
The ball movement has been outstanding so far. They've come out of the gate looking for that extra pass.
And in addition, the three-point shooting has been dialed in tonight. They seem poised for a big game from deep.
Sohan is the four with the lengthy Wembanyama. Playing the five. Lou is out there with T.J. McConnell. And it's Barnes, and at the three, the small forward. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Here's Lou after Wembanyama up in the rafters.
The perfect lob partner. Wembanyama with elite hand-eye coordination.
Pass to Topic. Back to Jang. Here's Shepard, guarded by Lou. Shepard with the ball. Back to Jang. Over Sohan. Off the left rim and out.
Another rebound hauled in. They're hitting the glass with a lot of passion.
Takes a three. The Thunder pull it in. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, I mean, they had their chances, competed deep into that game, but had a few lulls there that just kind of took them down.
They played pretty solid basketball, but a few miscues is all it takes to turn a win into a loss, especially against a good team.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
His court vision has been on display in this one. He's doing a tremendous job just orchestrating the offense beautifully.
Here's Holmgren following the bucket by the Spurs. Teardrop shot, and the rejection by Wembanyama. That's tipped. Caruso with the steal. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Pass to Topic. And here is Caruso. He has yet to score. Fades back. Lou grabs the board. Lou's got his 5th rebound in this one. Wembanyama, a screen. Lou passes to Wembanyama. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And James slams it in.
Really nice pass there by Caruso. This man's got some game.
And that last look brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam King. Pass to McConnell. About 3 minutes played so far in the second quarter. Lou, offensive rebound. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses. Number 1, the Spurs.
Without a doubt, the best defensive team in the league this season. Forget about any other stats, steals, blocks, whatever. It comes down to limiting points. And so far, nobody's been better at holding their opponents in check.
And the Spurs making a change here. Gassol's checked in. Hartenstein's checked in for Oklahoma City. Wallace comes in for Topic. Holmgren sets the screen for Shepherd. Wallace, the pass to Shepherd. Out to Wallace. Just 5 to shoot. Drains the three-pointer. Wallace has got 5.
That's a guy you want taking shots. A quality offensive player.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play.
And Oklahoma City, looking at who they've got, some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Shepherd is out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the small forward position. And we've got All-Star Weekend fast approaching. I'm sure all the players are looking forward to it.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, if you're competing that weekend, it's an honor and a lot of fun. And for the guys that aren't, it's a few welcome days of rest and relaxation.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, being in that last game against the Hawks was simply terrific. He had 39 points and he was dealing assists all around. He was a force of nature in that game. He made the opposition look utterly helpless.
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Now here's Holmgren. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Pass to Caruso. Shot clock at 6. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net.
The mid-range jumper isn't the most popular shot these days, but it's working for them.
Here's Castle, coming in off 12 points in his last outing. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Here stops Porzingis. He's checked in for San Antonio. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Pass to Shepherd. It's Holmgren, high post. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
Well, Porzingis, the height, the reach, just overpowering.
And they've committed to controlling the boards, and it's paying dividends.
Thunder trail by 9. To the inside. Here's Holmgren. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. All right, right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Spurs?
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Well, I like that they've also emphasized the three-point line. That's a big difference maker.
John Collins checked in for Barnes. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Oklahoma.
Looking at the last game for San Antonio, it was a win against the Hawks in Atlanta. Kristaps Porzingis is out there with John Collins. Then there's Lou. Then it's Castle. And it's Wembanyama in at the center filling out the middle. And that's who's in the game for the Spurs. So, Doris, here's a question for you. Should the NBA widen the court? Because the corner three now is such a staple in these offenses.
That's exactly right. One of the most coveted, Kevin, because the proximity of the shot is so desirable. Here's what we know unequivocally. There's no way they're going to widen the court because it would take out some of the money-making court sides.
They've got Castle. Victor Wembanyama is out there with Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's John Collins, and it's Lou in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. All right, guys, what's your take on the hustle stats for San Antonio?
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitate.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for it.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. B in that last game against the Hawks had a huge game. He had 39 points, and his passing was huge in that game, finding ways to involve his teammates. And really, it's a game that will stand out when you look at his career, considering how absurd some of those numbers are. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Here's Lou. We saw him with 39 points last game. Well, Stan, in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys,
tie game in San Antonio. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. And guys, I want to talk for a sec about the talent level in this league. In fact, I'd say it's never been better.
You sure about that?
As we shift our focus now to the Spurs, it's a tight one after 2 quarters of play.
I'm not seeing their activity on D. Right now, the game is close, but it could turn on them unless they up the effort.
I agree. If they...
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Cason Wallace out there with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Dort, and they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Well, a miss is unfortunate, but he still manages to put them ahead. Barely.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Pass to Williams. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. He's gone 3 of 4 from the line. First free throw is good. Barnes, he's checked in for San Antonio. That one falls, so he hits both of them. Here's Lou. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And
So the Thunder 5 right now. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Dort in at the small forward position.
Now, why not throw it up to Porzingis? That's what he's there for.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, B in that last game against the Hawks was all business. He picked up 39 points and was reliable as ever from distance. The numbers he put up were really impressive, and he's somebody everybody loves watching. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him, because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going. No, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
To the paint. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You won't find a much better screen and roll partner than Porzingis. He can score in so many different ways off that set.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Defended by Sohan. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
2 minutes into the second half of play now. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Sohan's there. In for another field goal. A sublime 9 of 14 on the night. Porzingis with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. And the dunk by Porzingis.
We've seen Porzingis be this dominant before. For him, it's all about keeping that confidence.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Wallace. Dort wide open. Good on the three-point shot. Dort's got 5 now.
Oh, coming out hot, hot, hot. 4 out of 4 for the field. Okay.
Screen by Porzingis. Here's Lou. Pass to Porzingis. Gilgeous-Alexander with the rebound. And it's Dort off the drive. Collins with some nice D.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
It's hard trying to stay down on Porzingis' pump fake because he's so tall. You're trying to get a jump on him. That's why he's so good at getting defenders to bite.
And both free throws good for Porzingis. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Wallace outside. Pass to Holmgren. Off target with his 3.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Screen by Porzingis. Here's Lou driving the lane. And the dunk by Porzingis.
and putting his long arms there to good use. Porzingis has a large catch radius on those alley-oops.
Wallace outside. Williams looking around. Wallace against Barnes. Inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Porzingis with the block.
You see why Porzingis is one of the best shot blockers in the league. All the length.
Sohan with the screen. He lobs it up. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Outside Williams. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And using the defender's aggression against him, Gilgeous-Alexander with a savvy move.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes. Space in the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And their passing has been great as well. Ball movement is key in getting good looks, and they've had that down tonight. They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Wallace with a screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Sohan, and it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. San Antonio leading. Here's Lou. He's got 21. Sohan with the ball. Lou passes to Barnes. Just 5 on the clock. No good there.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Dort a screen on Porzingis. Here's Williams. Drops it in from 11 feet. Williams has got 21 in the game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Okay, when you let someone with this height get this close, it's going to be nearly impossible to stop, especially when he has that big of an advantage in this category.
Williams' shot is off. For San Antonio, they've gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. Here's Lou. Wallace covering. Sohan, the pass to Lou. And there's the drive. And he slams it down right on top of Chet Holmgren.
And guys, I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is to get the 2 points, not necessarily the dramatics.
Oh, come on. He had to go for that, didn't he? My goodness.
Yeah, that one put him over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line. And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect.
Spurs making a switch here. Castle's checked in, and Oklahoma City also making a switch. Alex Caruso, who's checked in for Wallace. He was all alone on that one. That's now 26 points for B.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Gilgeous-Alexander understands how to draw contact, especially when he's looking to score.
Wembanyama, he's checked in for the Spurs. O'Neal comes in for Sohan.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Here's Castle, defended by Caruso. It's good from long range. Lou's got 11 points in the quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Caruso. Dort with the ball. He's picked up by O'Neal. And he gets it to go. That's 28 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Castle, defended by Caruso. Pass to Lou. O'Neal with it. Here's Lou. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Clock at 4. O'Neal a screen on Caruso. And they force the shot clock violation. Great team. Well, we still have about half a season left, but here's where the power rankings stand as of today. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They're stuck in the same spot, still outside the top 3.
And right now, the Spurs, they're just taking it one game at a time, dismantling each opponent along the way as they were predicted to do.
Gilgeous-Alexander. It doesn't go for him. Good D by Barnes. Wembanyama, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Barnes. Here's Castle, defended by Caruso. Pass to Lou, 3-pointer, and again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Caruso looking for an opening. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And the layup's good off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 15 points in just the second half.
He has definitely shown up to play. He's done his part, really just trying to battle his team back into it.
Here's Lou, and another assist.
Another possession, another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Spurs making a change here. Branham's checked in. Then for the Thunder, Hartenstein comes in for Jalen Williams. And Shepard subbed in for Dort. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on B. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game.
And to this point on the season, guys, 80% from the line. He's done a really good job.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Here's Lou. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And it's Shepard missing.
And they have built their advantage on the scoreboard here by doing all the little things.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. What you got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but
Victor Wembanyama is out there with Harrison Barnes. Then there's Castle, and it's Lou in at the 1. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. Well, despite the effort to create super teams, the league has a lot of parity right now, Graham.
It really does, and I like it. It's not quite like the 80s Celtics and Lakers or the 90s Bulls, partly because of the salary cap. It's so hard to pay more than 2, maybe 3 stars at a time.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, guys. B in that last game against the Hawks had a huge game. He had 39 points, and he made a significant contribution from beyond the arc, as usual. He was such a difficult matchup in that one. We'll see how he follows it up tonight. Brian?
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
Here's Shepard. Still no points. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Holmgren. 2:36 left in the third quarter here. To the middle. Outside for Gilgeous-Alexander. Just 5 on the clock. Launches it from deep. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got his 6th rebound on the night.
Part of why they have this lead, they're doing the little things out there.
Here's Caruso. And that one's good. Caruso's got 7 points.
Don't judge Holmgren by his size. He does have a passing skill set. Finding shooters and getting them the ball.
Pass to Lou. Fires the 3. The Thunder with the rebound.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
46 seconds left in the third. Here's Shepherd. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Lou with a rebound. Lou's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. Wembanyama, screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Castle. 15 seconds left in the third. Here's Lou. Here's Branham. 3-pointer, no good. Here's Shepherd. Shoots over Barnes. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And we've watched 3 so far in this one. San Antonio on top. They're up by 5. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Woo, I'm fired up to see this dish one more time. It's always great to see your 2 guards share the wealth.
Sometimes that's what can separate some of the best players, not just creating for yourself, but creating for others as well.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for the Thunder. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Shepherd is out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the 3, the small forward. Outside, Williams. Pass to Shepherd. Here's Holmgren. Lou with a rebound.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Now here's Williams. Now here's Caruso. And there's the rejection.
Yeah, the reach is amazing. Sohan will get his fair share of blocks during his career.
About 1 minute played here in the fourth quarter. Clock at 4. Williams from long range. He's now 8 for 11 after that made shot.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both. But
oh! Wimby finishing off the lob from way up there.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
Back to Williams. Pass to Caruso. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
And Caruso drops them both. For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Here's Lou, outside for Wembanyama. The 3 is up. The big man, Wembanyama, sinks the 3.
Yeah, you've got to worry about Wembanyama everywhere. He puts a defense to the test.
Over to the wing. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Here's Lou, watched by Wallace. Oh, there's the alley! And
Sohan is the 4 with the lengthy Wembanyama playing the 5. Castle is out there with Lou. And it's Collins in at the small forward spot. That's the San Antonio 5. Now here's Holmgren. Caruso sets the screen for Shepherd. Just 4 to shoot.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact. Yeah, first turnover of the game. Overall, though, he's been rock solid.
Spurs leading by 5. Sohan with the screen. Lou passes to Sohan.
On the court for the Thunder. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Shepard is out there with Cason Wallace. And it's Caruso in at the 3. Wembanyama on the receiving end.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
Pass to Holmgren. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Here's the break. Here's Sohan. Oh, a huge slam. An exclamation point on that break.
Incredible. I mean, high energy in transition. Just beating the defense up the floor.
Yeah, the commitment to run is paying great dividends on the break.
They get it again. Wallace outside. Will it go? He can't get that one to fall.
There's one principal reason why they're sitting on this lead. Rebounding.
Wembanyama screen. And there's the lob. Up high and down it goes on the lob. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Wallace outside. 6 to shoot. The Thunder with another miss.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
Here's Castle. Not going to go that time. Some solid defense from Williams.
With 4 personals now, they'll have to be extremely careful the rest of the way.
And Mark Dagnall has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Kristaps Porzingis, he's checked in for San Antonio. And Oklahoma City with a change here, too. Lou Dort, he's checked in for Caruso. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Dagnall was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told them, quote, if we'd worked harder on the glass, we'd probably be up right now. Show some heart. Show some pride. It was a very direct message. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, Allie. Porzingis sets a screen. And he's going for the lob. And
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
Taking a look at the Thunder, Dort and Williams up in the forward positions. Cason Wallace is out there with Shepard.
over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Well, Brent, something we've all noticed lately is the small ball era starting to wind down.
Well, BA, I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6', 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
We've got John Collins, Kristaps Porzingis out there with Victor Wembanyama. Then it's Jeremy Sohan, and it's Lou in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the Spurs. And Sohan gets it to go.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
Down low. Here's Holmgren. Look at Chet using his size inside.
And you know, as a roller, Holmgren shows great hands, and he makes nice adjustments moving downhill.
Sohan inside. Here's Lou. Watch by Wallace. Lou passes to KP, flying high.
Always the connection with the teammate. That time Porzingis in the right spot.
Wallace outside. Pass to Dort. Back to Wallace from outside the arc. Sends it home from three-point land.
This is an area where Lou Dort is trying to become more effective as a playmaker.
San Antonio leading by 11. Now Sohan. Here's Lou. Watched by Wallace. The shot by Lou, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And it's San Antonio's ball. They're on a 16-7 run. A deep three. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Thunder trail by 11. Williams passes to Dort. Holmgren with it. Pass to Shepard. Back to Holmgren. Holmgren with a big reach.
Yeah, the defense making it way too easy for Holmgren. Gotta push him farther out than this.
Now here's Sohan, tightly guarded. Here's Lou. The three is up. And again for three. Woo, you can tell he's feeling it right now.
B.A., he's on fire.
Here's Wallace. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
No debate there. He got hammered.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Their hot shooting from long distance has been the key. Spacing the floor and rising up with that confidence.
All game long, they've just done a great job of keeping the pressure on the defense and penetrating with the pass. They've gotten everything inside, and they've converted there.
Here's Lou, and he lobs it up top. Porzingis misses.
That could have been an easy pass and finish. Not really sure what went wrong.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Yeah, he's leading the charge for them, but let's be honest, he needs more help if they're going to get out in front.
Yeah, doing anything he can right now to get his team to cut into this lead and give them a chance.
Now here's Wembanyama. Pass to Sohan. Fires from deep. Good, and the assist to Wembanyama. Sohan's got 8 points in the quarter.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
The kick out to Williams. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
And here in the fourth, he's been zeroed in, hitting some big-time buckets.
Sohan outside. Pass to Lou. Here's the three. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by San Antonio. Lou's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Throws it up high. Oh, go up and go get it, Wemby.
I mean, it seems like you could throw it up to Wembanyama on every offensive possession, and he'll slam it home.
Wallace outside. Inside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Kristaps Porzingis picks one up. That free throw no good. And the second free throw is good. San Antonio leading by 12. Picked up by Sohan. To the paint. And another dime for him. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible. Yeah, he's a fearless player. I mean, Sohan not afraid to give up his body to give his team a better chance.
Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren from downtown. That one's good. And so Gilgeous-Alexander with the assist. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Lou. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Porzingis passes to Wembanyama. Porzingis sets a screen. Oh, there's the alley.
And Porzingis has shown us signs of a little bit of everything here. Scoring, skill, dominating offensively.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Oh, the determination from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Very difficult to slow him down defensively, especially when you have communication problems.
And Collins with the slam.
You know, when Collins gets up there like that, look out.
And so it's Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He brings it up for Oklahoma City. They trail by 14. The kick out to Williams. And it's all from three-point range. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
The shot by Lou, no good.
Yeah, can't see why he missed that one there. The D's close, but looks like plenty of room.
And a miss there on the triple. Spurs lead by 14. Driving inside, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
Dort outside. Gilgeous-Alexander feeling it out a bit. Pass to Wallace. There's the three. It's hauled in by Wembanyama. Wembanyama's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Porzingis sets a screen. Lou passes to Porzingis. And he makes it on the layup. Porzingis has got 18 points now here in the second half.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Spurs.
Well, they were focused on being productive at the arc tonight.
And it ended up paying off big time. Just an overwhelming performance.
And you have to like how they've played this year. 55 wins in total.
And they have to feel pretty good about themselves, taking the first 2 games of the season between these teams.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for B.
Not sure what else the coaching staff could ask for. He contributed in every facet of the game tonight, racking up a triple-double.
Pass to Collins, 6 on the shot clock. And the foul on Alex Caruso. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul.
A line change here for San Antonio. And also a switch here. So we see the Spurs taking the W here. Boy, they were something special to watch tonight, and the crowd loving every second of it.
It's always a great feeling when you play this well for your fans. This team really showed.
Way to bring the effort tonight.